Welcome, friends. We are live. I am here today with Kelli Christina. She is a politician, public figure, CEO. Man, I don't know, an author? I don't know what she doesn't do. It's very impressive. And the whole point of being with me today, again, I'm Sarah Woodworth, the reality designer, and I share stories with you so you can get the tools in order to turn your dreams into realities. Kelli's going to tell you a little bit about what she does, why she does it, and how she is so successful. I know that intro didn't even give you justice, Kelli.
Sarah.
So why don't you go ahead and tell them about yourself.
That's too many times. Motivational speaker, and I absolutely love that. In the matter of business, motivation is part of my business model. So you're asking who I am and my titles. I'm the CEO of KD Staffing. We staff hospitals nationwide. I'm 20 years into medical staffing. We are permanent jobs. We started in 2007, and we have a couple more years to keep growing and growing. I also opened a second company in 2018. That is KDC Making a Difference. And that's why did I open that company? So we could make a difference in this country. It's public speaking, books, and a little bit of government work. And so go ahead.
You're wonderful. No, some people have a really tough time coming up with one business, and here you are, you have several, you've done so much. What do you think one thing is that helped you along the way in starting all these different journeys?
Sarah, I do wear a lot of hats. I'm a little bit right over the top on passion towards and ambition. Towards career and projects and getting things done in this country. But in the matter of jobs and making a difference and getting promoted and being the boss, I really think no matter what you're doing in what industry, you've got to go above and beyond that other person to shine and then truly make a difference. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does make sense, because in our country, a lot of people are fighting for the same position, and you are hiring people. So you're giving people like the inside look on it. If you're looking for a job, she's telling you right now, like, she helps with hiring, and she's saying go above and beyond. And what's one thing you could do to go above and beyond to keep your job and to get hired?
Okay. Sarah, 20 years now, I'm definitely a job coach. Because we're dealing with people, we're dealing with jobs, and it's an emotional, jobs are emotional. Mm-hmm. They pay our bills, they take care of our families, our loved ones. So when I talk about going above and beyond, here's a good example. We've got people and there's nothing wrong if you want to be this person, but let's say you're in my industry. Okay. You've got people in my industry. They're going to say, listen, my job is Monday through Friday and it's 8 to 5. Besides that, I'm not giving anything to my job. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you're in my industry, and we work with medical professionals that work weekends or whatever, and you're scheduling calls, okay, to go above and beyond in that job, you're going to go out of that realm. You're going to schedule some night calls. You're going to schedule some weekend calls. So if you're the person taking the job, do you want to work with the recruiter that schedules and considers your schedule and will place a call on Saturday afternoon? Or are you going to work with the person that says, my job's Monday through Friday and I'm sorry, I'm not doing it? You're going to go with the person that immediately goes the next step, follow up, and above and beyond. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, out of the box ideas when you're working with the job works well too. But a lot of it is determination and heart.
Yeah, that was amazing. You've touched on a lot of great things, because we don't want to overwork people, but also we need to succeed. And that's part of being a team player. And also, I mean, hard work does not go unnoticed. What has paid off with your hard work? I know there are some, not all weeks, but there are some weeks that you work 7 days a week, some days. What's something that's paid off with that work ethic?
Sarah, I can't advise everybody to work 7 days a week.
Right.
Okay. I can't advise people to work my schedule where I'll go months off without a day at a time. I can advise myself sometimes that where I fall short is balance of life, which means you stop. No matter how many jobs you're working or how many projects, stop. Take time with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and have, even if it's an evening or an afternoon or whatever, stop and remember balance of life. Obviously, I work KD staffing 7 days a week on calls. Writing books is a weekend. And whatever it is I'm working on making a difference or in this country, that goes weekends too. So, working those extra hours is obviously going to build your level of success. I don't want to tell everybody to work 7 days a week, but when you work those extra days on those hours, it does pay off.
Yeah, but also you enjoy it. So almost it's like it's not always work. Like if you being an author, when you first start writing a book, no one's paying you for the time that you're writing your book. Yet you did it while in an industry that was kind of demanding. You wrote it, and not only did you write this book, you're an international top seller. That's huge.
That is a very, the book that I just released, international bestseller, Writing the Executive Roller Coaster, Medical Staffing Cases, was a predicted bestseller a couple of years before we put it out. Because it's an original 225-page litigation book that went up to Donald Trump 2018. So we call that the famous Donald Trump book. But I had to rewrite that. And so the reason why I bring it up is people don't realize on book projects how difficult that is. This book took a good couple of years when you're writing part-time on the weekends or you're not sleeping at night and you're typing all night. But it's definitely the book that I put out. It's my heart. It's my soul. It's pieces of my life story. I made, obviously, characters fictional. But it also discloses what have I done in the matter of legal and making a difference in my industry, medical staffing and the medical industry in the last 10 years. So we're giving that out to the general public.
That's awesome. We need that. We need to hear it. You have a story that needs to be told, and you're making a difference. And you're kind of like the Wizard of Oz in a way. People in the White House know you, but who's the person behind the curtain? And that's you. You are the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz. That's a new nickname for me, Sarah. I've got a lot of nicknames out there, and some of them are not good, especially if you're going round through with me on obeying laws in the country. Some people like to call me, I'm the great survivor. I'm the female John F. Kennedy politician. That's funny.
Love that one. I love that one. I love JFK.
I'm a warrior. I'm an attorney with no law degree. I'm a goofy, funny female genius. I don't know about that. I think, Sarah, that I have a very large network. And I also have very strong listening skills. And I work with industry leaders in a lot of industries out in this country. And I listen and we share information and they give me some fantastic ideas. And then, of course, it's shared information. I give, they give. And so if you've worked with a lot of people out in career and out in industries and you're out listening, people in this country will educate you.
That's so important to tell people. And that's why I had to invite you up here, because that ethic right there, we need to provide what we know, what we're good at. We need to pursue those things and share it with the world. And that takes listening too, because there's somebody else out there doing the same thing with their own passion, and they're trying to help you too. And it's this give take that you've really mastered, truly.
Well, I thank you for those compliments, Sarah. And I just want to remind you, not everybody in this country, well, actually, a lot of people don't want to make a difference in this country anymore. But and it's,
oh my goodness,
we don't want to talk about the temperature of this country right now. But I'm one of those individuals in the matter of making a difference. Sarah, I don't do it for fame, fortune, or millions. I do it because I love people, I love our communities, and I love our country. No,
Great.
stop.
Great. You were saying,
Did I throw you off, Sarah?
No. That was wonderful. And you're right. You're right. Not everybody is doing what they're passionate about right now. And some people are just kind of following the trends, and you brought great attention to that. And also you need to educate yourself. That's great. Now, you were also saying in a conversation we were having before that you always kind of take a couple hours to get yourself just Kelli time. It's just Kelli time. What do you do during Kelli time when you're just off work and doing your own thing to take care of yourself?
Sarah, some people say I'm a movie addict. I think this is funny. There are worse things in the world than being addicted to movies, but I love the movies. I do. I have this old 90s movies collection, like 600 old movies where everybody else sold them and you keep them around, Anyway, that's the movies. But I'm also a restaurant baby. I started working in restaurants when I was 15. I have a hospitality degree. I absolutely love people. I'm very strong with people and relationships. So if I'm not out working in a restaurant, I'm out spending money in the restaurant. So I love to go out, within our hospitality. And I certainly know the restaurant industry. For me, it's meeting people, taking some time, friends, family, loved ones, even if it's a quick dinner or a quick happy hour or a lunch or, all of that is fun to me. I'm huge into exercise. I just, I've got to be walking, swimming. For me, that gets your energy going, and health is so important. And then what else? Motivation, prayer, taking time for a gratitude list every day. I tell myself, because if we focus 24 hours a day on the problems that we've got as human beings, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're focused 24 hours a day on your problems, you're going to be an absolute miserable human being. So when you get up in the morning, or when you think about it, write a list on what's going right. And if it's got to be so small as I've got food on the table and a roof over my head, I've got a vehicle, I've got family, what is it that's going right? Because it emotionally sets you up with a more positive spirit so that you can handle those problems in life and business much better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see the coach coming out right now. There's one. Your hat just changed. But you're right. And that's something, you touched on a couple different things. And I want, again, another great thing about you is variety. You're a CEO, you are a public figure, you are a coach, you are an international top-selling author. You wear all of these hats, and there's so much variety, and that's something we need to embrace. And then another thing you talked about was gratitude. I do that too every morning when I wake up. First thing, I give my praise, I say what I'm grateful for, and I start my day off right, because in 2021, there's a lot we can complain about. Just being real. And it's so important to stick with your gratitudes. And tomorrow morning, I am throwing you on my gratitude list, because I'm just so grateful to have even made this connection. I'm so grateful to have you here to share this with our friends so they can live happier, more fulfilled lives.
And you have a very positive spirit and energy, and I love that. And you also mentioned to me a couple of days ago about being led by faith. I call God, he's the man upstairs. If you want to know who my boss is, when I don't have a husband, well, actually, even if I have a husband, the man upstairs, that's what I call him, God. And, sometimes, I've been labeled as too brave, too strong, and wow, lady, over the top sometimes, but I'm led by faith. And so sometimes I'll say faith is my weapon.
Yeah, no, he's our father, mother, brother, sister, cousin, and friend. Like, when we don't have anybody else, we have to have a higher power in something. And
yes.
And when we were talking about that, you were talking about open doors and open windows, and finding, when these opportunities come, we look at them with gratitude. We look at them as blessings, and we have to overcome that fear. And and do what we feel our higher power wants us to do. And he does not want us to be miserable. He wants us to be successful. And you've really utilized that too. So normally we just cover one thing, but you've given our viewers so many things that they can do.
You just brought up a nice little point, and then I'll wrap it up. We're talking about having a spiritual life, or having faith, or loving God, or, in the matter of the spirit of a spiritual life, I am the cheerleader on success and, bringing in more money and shooting for the stars and all of that. But when you have a spiritual and a true spiritual, then materialism will go away. And what I mean by that is there are so many people in this country and they do so much better than me. But I have a spiritual life. I'm not known to go around and be jealous of anybody or, oh, you have 50 properties, I'm such a loser. Whatever it is that God has given me, for whether I have it or whether I don't, he gave it to me. So I'm grateful for it. It's a spiritual life.
That's wonderful. And I know that you're a busy woman, and we were going to keep this nice and brief so you can get back to all of your meetings and trying on your different hats. It's a whole fashion show every day. But I just wanted to thank you for being here and to remind people, check out your book. We have websites and things on how you can find Kelli. Check out her staffing website, her book. Just follow her and see her coaching. See if there's anything that she can provide to you. You can clearly see she's a giver. She's trying to make a difference. She's trying to make a change, and she would love to work with you all. So seek her out, see what she's up to, support her because she will support you too. Again, I'm Sarah Woodworth, the reality designer, giving you inspirational stories and tools to turn your dreams into realities.
And Sarah, thank you very much. This has been a beautiful connection. And I love the reality designer, and I love the fact that you're out there. You're a motivational speaker because I'll tell you right now, I've taken a lot of that motivation and I've applied it to the business model just because we do work with peoples and jobs. So this has been an awesome connection, and I hope we can grow together in 2021.
Absolutely. We're going to have you back here soon, and you have a great day. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Sarah. Bye.
Bye.